All right, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to jump on. It's our first new coach call of the year. I promise you, there's gonna be new coach calls every month. Last year was a transitional year for me, and for those who have been with me for a long time, like Patricia and Claudia, I apologize for not being on my game last year, but that's it. I'm back and I'm ready, and the fire has been lit. And I have to thank Patricia and her team for stepping it up at the end of 2018 December. Literally, we pulled clutch, worked as a team, and we still are. We have a big rank advancement coming on this Thursday for my third business center, and it's all thanks to you guys for really sticking by it and believing in our team. And I really, my hats off to you. I appreciate you. Um, we're gonna have lunch one of these days. We're gonna plan it and we're gonna go have lunch, and we're gonna get to know each other, and we're gonna keep building. So thank you, because believe it or not, your gusto and your motivation and just your action at the end of December really made me believe again that there's people in this business that want to do it, that you believe in our team, and it made me believe, back into what we're doing. So I have to say, my hats off to you and thank you so much. Also to Carly, because Carly worked hand in hand with Kelly Fabian. You guys have seen Kelly has been rocking and rolling since the tail end of last year, and it has a lot to do with Carly. And she really like hit it hard in the Diesel Nation Olympics. So you guys have been pivotal in creating my own momentum. So I thank you. And I also, again, I wanted to apologize for, being kind of like off on another tangent all of last year. But that's it. No more talking about the past. We are moving forward. So I'm excited to do this. We're going to have monthly coach calls depending, this is not only for you guys, but when you guys bring in coaches, which that's the goal, okay? Tonight I'm going to set expectations. So as you bring coaches on, you invite them to this call, and we're going to get on the same page together. Hi. So one of the things I wanted to talk about first is expectations. And I never talk about this with my new coaches, and I think it's time that changes. At the end of the day, okay, for me, I have a deep passion for this company, because I think it fills this purpose that I have of helping people transform, and then how that impacts families, and then how that impacts kids. And that's the future, is through our leadership, through our changes, and the way we eat and our exercise, and the way that we grow our minds. We're gonna trickle that down to our kids. Look at my son. He is a lot like me. I don't want to cry, but I always cry. So get used to it. I always cry. He has that lack of self-confidence. So it's like my job to help him with that. And he's very negative. He could be very negative. I was born like that. So I see a lot of how he is in me. And my job right now is to take everything I've learned in the last 8 years of personal growth and development and kind of steer him in the right direction. So that is super important to me, that what we do day in and day out is not only to make money, to go on vacations, to pay off debt, but it's how the example we're setting for the next generation. Whether it be your kids or grandkids or whatever the case may be, we're impacting the people around us. So don't take this lightly. This is what we do, is a blessing. And I kind of lost that for a little while, but I believe it. It's the truth. Okay, we're not like other companies that sell shakes. We work with our customers. We help our customers change their mindset. We do great things for them. We go over and above. So that's how we separate ourselves. So the expectation is that if I'm going to give you my heart and my hard work and the motivation, inspiration, I need to know that you're going to give me the same in return. in years past, I said I wasn't going to talk about the past, but just to give you an example, in years past, I have pushed and pushed and pushed people and maybe dragged them along, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to do it. This is not a job. I'm not your boss. Well, it's a job. It's a side hustle, but I'm not your boss. So I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to challenge you. I think that's how we should keep proceeding. I've been sending you guys in the groups little challenges of the day, like here's a script, go send it to people, and I'm going to keep challenging you, but I'm not going to drag you. And I need you guys to understand that it's not because I want you to succeed, but as a business owner, well, you need to accept that you're a business owner, number one. Because business owners need to step up and do the damn thing and figure it out, just like I did in the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing at the beginning. I just figured it out through trial and error. So as I give you the tools and I give you the trainings, I need to know that you're going to implement and that you're going to try and that you're going to post and that you're going to share and that you're going to do it at whatever time commitment you feel comfortable with. You got a lot of you who are my PS coaches. You completed questionnaires, and you know you have small goals to start, which is what you need, because a big goal takes a lot of time to accomplish. So small goals are what we're going to start carving away at. So the expectation is I'm going to give you my heart and soul, but I need that in return. Okay? Yes? All right. I mean, I believe in you guys. I hope you believe in me, and I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm going to give you my advice. I'll give you tough love when I need to. I did it to somebody today, and I know I curse and I say shit and all that, but not when I have to give somebody tough love. I'm not trying to be scary. I just need to be honest, because sugarcoating stuff doesn't work. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. All right, so I really don't have an agenda. I'm winging it. So, okay, so what's my idea? I mean, I've talked to Patricia about this. We've been bouncing, you know, we're gonna come up with something concrete, but I just haven't put it on paper yet. My goal for you this year, and for all new coaches that come into the Hive, that means Carly's team, it means Patricia's team, all of you guys, is we need to be more focused on helping the new coaches make sales, okay? Making those quick wins. Because I know when I started, I made a sale the first week, and it doesn't matter that my sister helped me make that sale. At that time, she wasn't a coach. When I saw that $30 direct deposit, I almost died. And I was excited. I was like, how do I do more of that? How do I make more of that? And that's how I want you to feel. So the goal right now is for us to put, especially the leaders, put our heads together and come up with a way that we can lead our new coaches, that means you guys, to making sales, right? Because once you start earning money, you're going to be excited, and then you're going to want to talk about this because you know that you've made some money. A $50 a week. Now write that down, because a lot of you don't like to write down goals, and you're afraid to set goals because you're afraid of failure. I started with a $50 per week goal. So write that down somewhere where you can see it every single day. Put it on your computer and your laptop. We're going to start at a $50 a week goal. And that means that if you can make 2 sales a week, if you can, hi Kelly, impact 2 people per week, you will do that. That means you can sell challenge packs. That means you can sell a refresh. Do you know that if you sold 10 BOD subscriptions every month, you would make $300 and something? Those aren't even challenge packs. Those are just the annual subscription. I want you guys to start thinking in terms of, what do I need to do to earn the $50 a week? That's how I started. And I'm going back 8.5 years, because even though I didn't know what I was doing, those mental steps that I took made an impact for me. It provided a roadmap. It gave me action steps. If you have to make 2 sales a week, that means you have to be talking to people every single day. Not 50 people on Saturday. That is actually the analogy right there. We're doing 2 workouts a day and doing 50 invites on one day. It's not the same because it doesn't create consistency. There, that's the analogy. I knew I was looking for one. That's the analogy. It doesn't create consistency. So what we're trying to do here is create a pattern of activities for you guys where you're inviting every day, you're sharing something on social media every day, you're doing follow-ups. I'm not asking you to work on this all day. It is unrealistic, and I know you have families and you have jobs and you have stuff to do. But if you could carve out 30 minutes at your lunchtime, like I used to do when I used to work full-time, I know what it feels like to work full-time. I worked full-time, and I built this business at the same time with 2 little kids and all the responsibilities that you guys have. If you could print that tracker, the new tracker, the Success Club tracker, Jennifer, I'll send it to you, but you're going to get on Facebook. Everybody's going to tell you you need to get on Facebook. You're going to print out that tracker and you're going to start using it, because the only way to know whether you're actually being productive is to track your activities. Okay? All right, so that's how we're going to create momentum and sales. So $50 a week, that's how we're going to start. 2 sales per week. With the end goal in mind is to hit Success Club. Now, Jennifer, for everybody, because Jennifer's on Facebook, but Jennifer is at Successful 4. So we need to rally her and give her some love, because she's really close and she's about to hit Success Club and she's a new coach. So I'm super excited for her, and I know she's working. I gave her the same challenge, help 1 this week, so we're all working. But it's time to move the needle forward, okay? So I'm gonna be like scatterbrained because I didn't write out what I was gonna say today because I didn't want to be super formal. But I think that when I look back in my days as a baby coach, I was doing a few things that you need to be doing right now. I was posting, well, first of all, I was working out every day, okay? Your workouts, for those of you who have issues knowing what to share on social media, this program, Transform 20, it's handing it to you, okay? He's handing you the post every day. Just take 5 minutes. Even if you work out and you don't have time, right? And maybe you don't have time to listen to it in the car. You have the app. Listen to what he's saying, and then write a post about it. It has to be inspirational. It has to be something that people can take a message away from it. Not that it's 20 minutes, not that it's a step, not that it's Shanti, not that it's 6 days a week, but something that he said that spoke to you, something that went click in your mind when you were working out. Those are all the things that you need to share, because moms, other moms out there are going to see your post and they're going to read it and they're going to say, well, if she feels like that, you know, that sorry, hold on. I do have a cough. You want the moms out there to read it and for them to, I lost my train of thought. You want them to relate to the story, okay? Something that you've overcome. Like the other day, for whatever reason, on Thursday, everybody had a hard time with Powerful, okay, from across the board, because I did a post and everybody was like, were you in my head? I shared exactly what was going through my head that entire workout. I went through an evolution in 20 minutes. I don't know how that happened. It was weird. I hated it. Then I was like, okay, I accept it. I'm doing it. And then I'm going all in, right in the last transformer. That is something that can be shared, okay? That's something impactful. Maybe that you didn't believe you could do this program before, and now you're starting to believe in yourself. Things like that, okay? So I was posting every day. Back then, I didn't know how to post, so I probably turned off a whole lot of people because I was like sharing my link. Don't ever share your link. I shared my link constantly. Do not share your link on social media. But I learned through doing. That's what I keep telling you guys. I need you guys to take action because you learn through doing. So I was posting every day. I was talking to everybody. at work, my family. I was sending messages to people on Facebook. I was sending emails. I was texting people. I would show up to meetings. Back then, I had a P90X water cup, and I would show up with my cup, and I would put it right in the center of the table, P90X, so everybody could read it. So that people would ask me, so have you done that program? So that then I could share my story with them. You have to have balls. You have to be bold. You can't be afraid to share your story. You can't be afraid, period. This business is not passive. You have to do the damn thing every day. Okay? Some people will do more than others, and your level of action should align with your goals. If your end goal is to make $1,000 a month, then you better work hard, because $1,000 a month does not happen with 30 minutes per day. And I had to tell somebody that the other day, because I'm like, I'm not doing them any favors by them thinking they're gonna make $1,000 a day working 35 minutes a day. That nowhere do you make $1,000 a day for working 35 minutes. That doesn't happen unless you're like a CEO, and still you're working hard as shit. So it doesn't happen. Your level of activity has to match your goals. I actually talked about that in my fitness video today for Transform 20. For the people who want abs but want to eat pizza. No. Okay? It doesn't work that way. Same happens in this business. So you need to commit. Carve out, at least for those who work full-time and are looking for that $50 a week, you need to carve out some time to do this business every day, not on Sundays. And if you don't want to work on the Saturdays, that's up to you too. But Monday through Friday, you need to be sending those invites. You need to be doing your research on social media. Action, action, action. Here's what I advise now, and one of the things that I think is the most paralyzing right now is the amount of trainings and calls and stuff that people have to watch, because you're getting some advice from one person and then advice from another person, and then I do it this way and then I do it that way. The other day when Patricia and I worked out, there was a coach there, which I maybe I've met before, I'm not sure. I think I'm having bad memory issues. You know, I'm 43 now. Augie, and she said, you need to coach your way. And it was like, wow, I like that. Like, it's like she gave me permission, because I've been fighting with this for a long time. People want you to coach that way, and they want you to follow Beachbody's way, and they want you to follow the team way, and they want you to do it this way. No, I want you to coach your way. If you want to do challenge groups on Facebook, do them on Facebook. If you want to post on Facebook, then do it there. If you want to use a challenge tracker, do that. If you want to mentor people on WhatsApp, do that. I don't care. Do it your way. As long as you're taking action every single day, you're doing the vital behaviors, you're working out, you're inviting. Oh, the next thing, personal development. Okay, so coaching, you need to find your style. You need to do it at the hours that work for you, whether it's first thing in the morning or late at night or during lunch. I used to do it all over the place. So you can't follow my style, because I've never been the most organized or I don't like structure. Or maybe schedules. I don't like schedules. I'm like a squirrel type person. Like, I'm working on something and then I'm like squirrel, and I'm off to something else, and then I'll come back. I used to work like that too in construction. I noticed it the other day. I was always bouncing around, but I was productive, but I would never finish one thing fully. I would bounce back and forth. So I can't coach you on time management, because that's not my strong suit. But if you could carve out time when you can do your thing and be productive and not scroll, just reach out to people, follow up, do the things that matter. Then the other thing, personal development. We all need it, okay? We all need to strengthen our mindset. And I think Transform 20 is laying that foundation, but we need to take it a step further. If you want to listen to books, fine. If you want to read, fine. I don't like to read, so I like audios. Do podcasts. Melanie Mitro has an amazing podcast. She was the top coach for 4 years. I think she's worth listening to. She's amazing. and she has it on her site. So Melanie Mitro, it's actually Mitro. I noticed the other day that I say Cuban. It's Melanie Mitro because in the Hispanics the I sounds like an E. It's Mitro. Um, I shared with you guys the other day on Facebook a recruiting podcast that she did. Phenomenal content. She's phenomenal. You can listen to that. I found Jody Moore. My sister shared something. That one, I like her a lot. Just listen to podcasts. They're 20 minutes, but it's gonna open your mind. And I'm gonna be completely honest here. You know, this business is not rocket science, but it is trying, and it is hard at times, and you're gonna have, you know, severe highs, and you're gonna have severe lows. I've been through everything in between, and at the end of the day, working on yourself and strengthening your mind is what gets you through it. So I need you guys to commit to something, some kind of personal development as part of your day. Instead of listening to the radio in the car, listen to personal development, something meaningful that is going to inspire you. Personal development also is a great way for you to develop posts. The other day I heard one from Jody Moore, and I got 2 posts out of one 20-minute podcast. 2. So use it as inspiration, but use it also to create a mindset that's strong and belief. You know, this business is a lot about belief. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you deserve to win, that you deserve to succeed. Actually, Melanie Mitro said it the other day in her recruiting post about, you know, if I put you on stage right now and asked you, do you believe that you will succeed in this business, what will your answer be? And I have always said yes, like, yes, I know I'm going to succeed. Even from day one, I believed it. I knew it. And because of that belief, I took action, and consistent action. And I kept showing up. Even at the beginning, when one week I would make $300 and the next week I would make 20. Yes, I would get pissed off. Yes, it bothered me, but I kept showing up. Does that make sense? Okay. And what was the last thing I had to say? Well, the goals. The goals are important. Personal development. And let me just talk. We already established $50 a week for the new coaches. But right now, it's about being relentless in making that happen. Okay? And once you make that happen, it's about upping the goal and writing it down and saying, okay, now I want 75. What do I need to do to get there? And then it's work until you get there. That's how I incrementally increased my income, because I kept upping the goal. Small goals that kept me pushing. They weren't overwhelming, but I knew I could make it happen just by taking it up a notch. And I believe that's what we need to do. Go back to simple goals, focusing on how many people you're going to talk to every day, how many sales you're going to, or how many lives you're going to impact every month, and pushing forward. The other goal, write it down. You're going to be emerald in February. For those of you who are not emerald. Claudia, Jennifer, well, Kelly, I need your next goal. You ready? Kelly, by the way, sent me a message on Friday evening and said, I'm going to get my husband to emerald today. And she did it. She did it in one day. You guys can do it too. It's just 2 people. 2 people. 2 people. Okay? Getting to emerald is important. It opens your ability to make cycle bonus. It's like you're opening a bank account. It's time to get serious. It's time to get in the game, and emerald is the first step. So write that down. By the end of February, that's plenty of time. Believe me, you can make that happen tonight if you wanted to. Okay, that's emerald. I think that was it. Oh, and I need you guys to go through the new Success Club training. that's in Facebook. Please just get through the training. Get to the training, do a little bit every day, and just get it done. The videos are great. They have great content. They're gonna help you. They're gonna. Sorry, I have boogers. They're gonna help you. And I'm like, well, I teach my kids not to do. Boy, mom life has rubbed off on me. It's gonna teach you, how to talk to people, and it's gonna just, give you the simple steps. But oh, the last thing, okay. And this goes with being a business owner, is you gotta be resourceful, okay? You got to learn the business. The business is not difficult, but the best way to learn is to invest time and to go watch the videos yourself, because I can give you all the information, but you're really not learning it because you're not reading it for yourself, or you're not watching the video yourself. So if you don't understand how to get to Emeralds, go to the Coach Online office, go to the trainings tab, and there's a ton of information there, okay? The Coach Online office is a great resource. You have to go in there daily, by the way. You check things daily. You check your orders, you check your coaches, you make sure that everybody's active, you make sure that people are selling. That's how a business owner reacts. They show up to their business, they check the Coach Online office every day. At the beginning, I used to stare at it like, did an order go through? Refresh. I was like super excited, and like I was like, I want to see more action, more orders. Like, what do I need to do? So I need you to have that level of excitement. Like, we're creating something amazing here. So I guess do you guys have questions? Don't be scared. I won't bite. Patricia, anything you want to, Kelly, anything you want to add? Carly? Please. I don't hear you.
I was agreeing with everything you said. And now I lost everything. But yeah, just being resourceful and finding the answers on your own will really make it stick, like you said, more than just being spoon-fed everything. And I personally, I'm always watching trainings. It's very inspiring for me to hear other people's stories and struggles, and how they were Emerald in January and then 5-star Elite in December, and that sort of thing is very inspiring to me. So anytime I'm folding laundry, doing dishes, even drying my hair, I put earbuds in. I'm always listening to a training, a video. I'm on Beachbody Champions. I'm recently getting into podcasts now. The one Becky mentioned, I don't remember her name, but I looked it up and found it. Which one?
Jody Moore.
Yeah, Jody Moore. I was listening to her. I'm going to start the Melanie Mitro one. I know the one thing I do, so I know there's always all these trainings, all these videos that pop up on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, I need to watch that, but I can't always watch, I can only watch so many at one time. So I save them. That's a trick I learned like last year's. I go in the right-hand corner and save it. And then whenever I have time to watch a training, I just go through and check them off. If I have 20 minutes, I find a 20-minute one. If I have 5 minutes, there's always, they're all different. But I'm always just trying to make the most of my time. And, awesome. And I learn a lot, just from hearing from other coaches. And
which
I can go through like the Diesel Nation Olympics. I've rewatched those. There's just so much, so many, you can find anything. Even I'm looking to open my second business center. YouTube, I've watched so many different trainings on that from so many different points of view.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it helps you formulate your own decision.
Yeah.
I just at the new coach level. Kelly is a 2-star diamond, so she's been busting her butt for a few months now. Well, no, for a few years now, but recently has with Kelly, with Carly and Teal they've really like elevated themselves. I don't want you guys have analysis paralysis for the newer coaches. I don't want you watching trainings 24/7 not doing anything.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, watch the basics.
Information.
Get on the new coach, the national wake up call. Sorry, every Monday. That's a great source of inspiration because you're gonna hear stories, you're gonna hear tips, and that's what I relied on when I was a new coach. I would carve out time during the day if I could listen to it at work and we didn't have meetings or whatever. I'll listen to it while I was at work. If not, I'll listen to the replay later on in the car. But every Monday, they bring it with the leaders in the company and inspiration where you can implement tips and you're not overwhelmed because it's only 30 minutes. So, there has to be a strategy. All the information that you can ever imagine is on YouTube. I'm telling you. It's sometimes I think it's too much. But the point is to find your passion in this business, create momentum by taking action every day and just chipping away at that goal and making it happen every single day. Patricia, you got something to say? Couldn't hear you. No. We don't hear you. No. I don't know. Did you hit the computer audio or unplug and replug your earphones? A little bit. No. Maybe the earphones are broken. Could be. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on. Hi, Alex.
I have something to say while we're waiting
Sure.
for Patricia.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I also just wanted to highlight how important Success Club is, hitting it every month, because there's so much that depends on Success Club besides just, helping your people every month. Like if you really want to not only grow the business, but there's stuff that comes up later on in the year that they reward you for. You get your prizes and you get your invites for the trips and you get, there's so many incentives for hitting Success Club. And a lot of the incentives are based on hitting Success Club every single month and like consecutively. And I've made that mistake. I didn't hit Success Club in September and I'm kicking myself now because multiple reasons. You get FOMO big time when people are getting their prizes and you're like, damn it, I didn't hit Success Club in September, so I didn't get the bag. But just like learn from other people's mistakes to not hit Success Club. Whoops, I don't know if I cut out.
I actually did that too, Carly. I started hitting Success Club my second month, and that month I actually hit like Success Club 18. And back then there weren't challenge packs. So I actually sold 18 bags of Shakeology my second month. I even made it to Call Darkler's top 20. And I was a brand new coach. And I was like, well, if he comes to interview me, I don't know what I'm going to say because I just started. But that was in August 2010. And then in December, it got hard. And I was like, this is not going to happen. And I totally went into the negative zone in my mindset and I left it at 4. And because of that, I missed the first cruise by 1 point. Okay, I could have gone on the first Beachbody cruise. I would have gotten the invitation for 50 points in half the year. And I missed that. And if it wasn't for that, I would have like 104 months straight of Success Club by this point. I'm going to be 100 in April, but by now it would be like 104 straight months over 1 point.
Yeah.
1 point.
Piggybacking on that a little bit, like the recognition part of it. I didn't really realize how much recognition Beachbody does until I went to Summit last year, and seeing everybody's names. They print out these huge banners and hang them in the hallways, and so you know, you walk around and you see all these people's names on there and you're like, my name should have been on there. So there's just so much that's based on meeting those goals every month.
Yep.
For incentives. So
I agree.
That's my little
I
tip.
agree. And it also hitting Success Club every month, it just gives you that consistency and that momentum, and you know that every month you got to get it done. I mean, for me, it's non-negotiable. I mean, I'll do whatever it takes to get it done. Yes, I've had my grandmother buy challenge bags because I needed to get it done. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. But yeah, right now is just about a matter of using, okay, so what I wanted to say was, and I'll close here, is use the momentum and the excitement of Transform 20 and leverage that into your business, okay? How you feel, how your body's transforming, how you're gaining strength, what it's doing for your mind. Go out there and share that with people who need this sort of love in their lives. We all need this. Hold on, hold on. There's no reason why you can't do that. But you need to decide tonight that it stops here, that you're going to start posting. You're not going to wait for the perfect picture or with a perfect light. There's apps that fix that stuff. You just have to get consistent with sharing on what you're going through and all of that. And if you guys saw my post today on Instagram, Mindy Horde saw a picture of my abs because of a mutual friend. Okay, it was a girl in her town that was my customer, which I don't even know how she became my customer, but she was. She saw the picture, and Mindy came into my life because of that. Now, if I would have not been, and I kind of went into this, but if I would not have been sharing my fitness journey, if I would have been an undercover coach, if I wouldn't be sharing the business and all of those things on social media, Mindy would have gone to my page and been like, I don't know who this girl is, but all she has is nice abs, and maybe she would have found somebody else as her coach. But the fact that I was super transparent, I was super engaged with my family, with my fitness, with my job, with Beachbody, she was like, wow, okay, if she can do it, then I can do it. And that's why you have to be transparent on social media and why you have to be consistent, because there's people out there looking for someone like you to inspire them. Okay, and that was a great example because, you know, Mindy and I would have never met if it wasn't for that one girl that was in between. So, and it was because she found me consistent. She was like, well, I think maybe if she can do this with 2 kids, I think she could probably help me. So that's why I urge you so much to post and share, because usually when I meet people, I have business cards. I don't give them my business card. I ask them to find me on Instagram so that they can see what I'm about on Instagram. They're not going to call you. I've had business cards since I started as a coach. I don't think anybody's ever called me. Okay? Nobody. People don't call. They want to see what you're doing on social media. They want to know what you're about. They can message you there. So that's why it's so important that you make it a habit. Oh, and this is what I wanted to say actually. And then it's it. Habits. A lot of you say, well, I'm not in the habit of posting. Okay, well, that's a habit that you can break. My son, the other day, I told him, this is the older one that's more difficult. I said to him, Chase, you're 12 years old. You have to wear deodorant every day. Every day. Not when you remember, not every other day. You're 12. You don't want to be the kid that smells. And you know what he said to me? Because he's so difficult. He goes, well, I'm just not in the habit. I go, well, how about you work on getting in the habit of changing that habit? So I'm telling you the same thing. Work on breaking that habit. Work on creating a habit where you feel like you need to share on social media every day. And I wanted to share that example with you. Tough love. And that's it. Anybody else? Any questions? Claudia, Jennifer, anybody? Patricia, did you fix it or no?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah, so it must have been my earphones. Yeah, I think the one thing that stands out to me that because it was a hard thing for me to overcome was the comparison game. So coming in as a new coach and you start to meet people on your team and your upline and all of these great coaches out there, and you start to do a lot of comparison. And it's so detrimental to your growth as a coach because it pretty much paralyzes you, because you start to feel like, well, I'm not like her, I don't look like her, I'm not as experienced as her, and it kind of paralyzes you. So I think that the best thing that you can do, as tempted as you are to follow, and I'm not saying don't follow anybody, like I found a couple, I have probably 2 or 3 coaches, including Becky's one of them, that I look at what she's doing on a daily basis because I find it very motivational and inspiring, but not because I want to compare myself to them and be like them. And
Great
you
tip.
have to just get over the comparison game and start just feeding your mind. And I think personal development has a lot to do with it, because if it paralyzes you and you feel like you can't post and you don't know what to do and I can't find my place and who's my market, then you have to work on you. You have to work on personal development to figure out who you are. Start writing down things that you're interested in, that your hobbies, your likes, things that you find fun to do, and just start to share your life on social media. And again, if you find that is uncomfortable, it's because you have to go back to personal development.
Yeah.
But that's just one thing that stands out to me that can really hinder your progress as a new coach, is when you start to compare.
Yeah. That's a valid point. I say just put your blinders on. We all started at 0. We all start at 0, and we all have to figure this out. Your journey is unique, just like Shanti said it. He said it today. Well, I'm a day behind, so he said it in Burn, but that you're using your body to carve out a new something. Well, you're using your mind and your body to create a business. It's gonna be unique because your body is unique. We're all unique. We have different circumstances, different stories. You just have to be more aware of, for instance, okay, I think I was going to post this today, but for an instance, how you have to tune in to things that happen in your daily life. And I swear we'll end it here because it's 45 minutes. But I was talking to Larry, and we're going to do a pig roast at the high school where the kids are going to go, the private Catholic school. And he says, oh, do you want a shirt? Because everybody's wearing a shirt. And I said, yeah. He said, what size? And I immediately go to small, right? Because I'm pretty small. He's like, no, I think you would be an extra small. I'm like, no. I think and immediately something hit me, and I said, why do I always go back to, it's like when I see myself, it's always, I still think I'm the fat kid, in other words. The fat kid mentality. Like, I'm super freaking petite. Like, why wouldn't I just want to say extra small? But no, it's the fat kid mentality. It's not going to fit me. When I go shopping, I never go to the smallest size. And then I always have to go down because it's always huge. But it's the fat kid mentality. And that is a story. That's something that people deal with. So you have to become aware. Do you see how in one instance, a situation, it sparked a story, something that I've gone through, and it's valid, because I'm sure Shanti deals with it, because Shanti at one point was pretty heavy, and that's like a fear. You carry that, like, oh my God, I don't want to be like that again. I know I carry that. So those are relatable things that have happened in your life that you need to awaken, like, your senses to, and then share it. I'm not asking you to share traumatic stuff, not stuff that is hard, but like stuff that regular people deal with on a day-to-day basis. Because that's what makes you relatable and inspiring. And that's it. That's all I got. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. But Team Cup, I hope you're all on a Team Cup. I haven't registered Larry's team yet, Jennifer, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. Everybody needs to be on a Team Cup, and let's just have fun. It's not about disappointing anybody. It's just about forward motion in your business. That's all it's about. Let's work together to figure this out. And that's all I want. All right?
Thank you, Becky.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Thank you for jumping on, and I'll let you know once we have the next one. But I hope the information was useful. Just kind of give you a path to what's coming this year. We're going to work as a team, and we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna help our new coaches earn money. I want to help you guys earn money because that's why you stay, right? When you're successful and you feel successful and you feel a belief in the company and in our team. So at the end of the day, that's what I want to help you create. And that's it. That's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Night.
Good night.